Hey, so today we're going to look at how to do some digital coloring. I made this tree out of a drawing that my friend's son Jack did. He was doing a pencil drawing and they were supposed to do some pastels, and he didn't want to use pastels, so I made a digital version that people can color. So there's two different versions of it. I made one with the hills being kind of done with the polyline tool, so they're a little more jagged, and it'll give you the opportunity to have some more color bands. And then I made another one where it is the curve tool, and these ones have just a gradient in them. So there's a few ways you could color these. I just want to show a couple of those ways. So these ones were done with a gradient, and I created those gradients on the side here. And then this one was done just with solid colors, which I think is really cool. It gives you the stained glass look. So this is more of a pastel-y look, and then you get the kind of stained glass look. For this one, I just I copied a bunch of squares. I actually drew these squares that you could use the copy tool later on, the format edit tool. I'll show you that in a little bit. And I just went online and I found a cool color scheme, and you can just copy or duplicate from a bunch of places. One of my favorites is Colors. Actually, I have it open already. And you can just press the space bar and get new schemes. So cool. But you could also just search for fall palette and look for things like that. And this one I did a Google search and then open up the site. So either way I can copy, go back here, select the shape, paint can, custom, and paste that hex in. Now that shape is my new color. So you can get those from wherever you like. If you want these boxes to be something that you get just from these paints, that's fine. You could also go to a site like Colors and get one, or Adobe Color. There's a lot of places you can do that. So I love that solid look, but I also want to show how to make a gradient. So I've got a bunch of gradients here, and if I'm going to Control Shift drag the shape over, because I want to keep this old one. You just need to go into the paint can and gradient for this one, and custom. Then you can decide, do you want this just to be two colors? So I can just have a two color gradient. I'm going to remove you, now just two colors. And then when you're selected the shape, that's the color on one end of the spectrum, and this one over here is the color on the other end of the spectrum. You can see how it just goes from those two. So you might want to think about some cool colors to add, and I don't mean super cool, I mean cool or warm, depending on what your theme is. So if I choose kind of a red, maybe my next one that I add might be some sort of an orange going down to a white. So just like that, I added it. Now this is a linear one going from dark to light. You could also do radial, which would go from the center. For this in particular, I don't think it looks as good, but linear. You can also change the angle if you wanted to go from the bottom to the top, or vice versa, right? This would change, or from the side, depending on how you want it. But that is how you get the gradient going. Once you have that gradient, it's really, really easy. I'm just gonna go to a blank one. It's really, really easy to select this shape, go up to the paint format, click twice, it's locked, and then you can just paint away. You might have to zoom in, Control Alt plus, so that you're not getting the tree, you're just getting the shape in between. If you notice that there's any white spaces, you can just fix those by clicking twice and adjusting your shapes. It's not perfect, I did it fairly quickly, so click twice. Paint, 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 paint. So no real rules for this, you can do it how you like. So double click locks it. I don't know if that's the best, but anyway. Super fun. So have some fun experimenting with the different gradients that you want to use, and using different colors. Oh wow. There you go.